Hello friends, welcome once again our Litmos YouTube platform. Friends, our mock interview series for RBI Grade B is available now. So all those candidates who are eligible for this year's RBI Grade B interview, so they can check out the description box. There is the link, so you can see the details of this course by clicking that link. Okay. Also, the course for much awaited RRB IPS RRB is available now. The highlights of this course is you will find mock test for PO as well as clerk. Also, you will get the computer content and general awareness content, and this content will be very focused, means it will be very inclined towards IPS RRB examination. Okay, so now let's start the daily current affairs, and today we will discuss the current affairs of between May 30 to June 1. So the first news is from NSO, National Statistics Organization. So as per NSO, Indian economy grew 1.6% in the fourth quarter of FY21, and also the GDP of India in the last financial year was 7.3% in negative, means a contraction of 7.3% was observed. Okay, so this is very important, and you can see here that the real GDP in quarter 4 was 1.6%, while nominal GDP was 8.7%. The difference between real GDP and nominal GDP is that real GDP is calculated at constant price, and the constant means the base year is 2011-12, and the nominal GDP is calculated at current price. Okay, so you can see here GDP growth in January to March period, it is 1.6%. The GDP of FY21 was 7.3%. So a contraction was of 7.3% was there in FY21. So this data is very important. This is the first full year contraction since 1979 to 1980. And if you see about fiscal deficit, so it was 9.3% of the GDP was the fiscal deficit in FY21, marginally lower than the revised budget estimate of 9.5%. Okay, and the output of 8 core sectors in April was 56.1%. What are these 8 core sectors? We will see in the further slide. So you can also see this graph, the how annual GDP growth has been over the years. Okay, moving on. This is the fiscal deficit in number. Okay, so the union government fiscal deficit for the financial 21 settled at 9.2% of the GDP. If we talk in absolute terms, so this data will be 18.21 trillion. Okay, and 1 trillion is 1 lakh crore. So these are the 8 core sectors: coal, crude oil, natural gas, refinery products, fertilizer, steel, cement and electricity. So the output for the last quarter was 56.1%. And this is the GDP forecast of several organizations. The important one is this: RBI 10.5% and Economy Survey 11.5%. Kerala to acquire controlling stake in PNB Housing. So you just have to remember that some Kerala group has acquired the majority stake in PNB Housing. When it is called the majority stake, when an organization acquire the stake more than 50%. So you can say here that Kerala group will acquire a controlling stake of over 50% in the PNB housing by investing 4,000 crore. Moving on, Paytm to raise 1.5 billion via primary issue of shares. The important point is the full form of IPO, QIB, Qualified Institutional Buyer, and who is the CEO and founder of Paytm? It is Vijay Shekhar Sharma, who holds 14.6%. This is also important. Moving on, government announces more benefits under EPFO and ESIC schemes. So these schemes are social sector related schemes, And who is the current Minister of Labor and Employment? It is Santosh Gangwar from Bareilly. So he is the basically MP of Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. So through these benefits include pensions for dependents of insured persons with ESIC who died due to COVID-19 and hike in maximum sum assured under the group insurance scheme EDLI run by EPFO to 7 lakh from 6 lakh. So the amount has been increased by 1 lakh. Government expands credit lifeline for MSMEs. So government has expanded the 3 trillion ECLGS. What is ECLGS? This is Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme to help businesses who have been affected by second wave of COVID-19. Also, this scheme has added civil aviation sector and a loan to health institutions for on-site oxygen generation plants. Some other benefits on offer. So borrowers eligible for RBI restructuring 2.0 can avail a tenure of 5 years. Earlier it was 4 years. China moves to 3-child policy as birth rate declines. So the number of birth rate in China fell to lowest since 1961. So it is now expected that with this move, China's population will likely peak by 2025. As per OECD, the GDP of India will be 9.9% in FY22. So we have to tell that where is the headquarter of OECD. And in some extra news, the new CII president is TV Narendran. Who is TV Narendran? He is the current Tata Steel CEO. And this is very important because CII is the Confederation of Indian Industry. So this is a very powerful post. He will replace Uday Kotak and the tenure is of 1 year only. Then Moderna vaccine will be made by Cipla. So Cipla is committing $1 billion for developing this vaccine. India's largest stock brokerage firm Zerodha more than doubled its profit in the last financial year to 1000 crore. So who is the CEO of Zerodha? It is Nitin Kamath. You just saw this news that OECD cuts India growth forecast to 9.9% in FY22. And lastly, the World Milk Day was on June 1. You have to tell that when is National Milk Day. That is the birth date of Varghese Kurian. National Milk Day. This is the question number 2 for today. Okay, so I hope you like this video. See you in another video. Till then, take care.